the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And now the throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Well, they got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Elliott. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Elliott. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
On the stop. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 32-yard line.
Flush to his right. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. He couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
6 yards. And it's 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. Elliott on 1st down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, He's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
It's a gain of 17.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now Elliott. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers
are looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds Smith out of the backfield. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40.
Minnesota Vikings.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Cowboys nothing.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jalen Smith coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Dump off here complete, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
But remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And this ball second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Cowboys nothing. For Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
That's good.
15 yards on the play, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Smith catches left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
10-yard line.
And he will score. Touchdown, Viking. Jefferson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Cowboys nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Forced out to his left. Able to hit his target, Lamb. Not much there, only a yard. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard So another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops.
2nd and 15. Incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
2 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. It led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Sets up 1st down and goal.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Goal at the 11.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown, Dallas.
David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Greg Zuerlein lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
21.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. He'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
On 2nd down, and a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. A little tough on the secondary there, end zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
It's now.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They'll try and throw for it here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Rolling to his right. He's got Wilson middle of the field. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
Vikings 21.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
13 more.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And this is incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
1st and 10 at the 22.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle to Smith. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Give them 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Mackey, and he'll get it in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His first touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
It's caught on the right side of Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lot.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now on the return, the ball is loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And that might just submit it. A touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter able to get him for a loss of about 3.
3 yards.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over.
Today's final score, Vikings 30.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that.